Hey, it's Up North Guy, back again. Exciting time. Gonna go pick up the Airstream, our little bug, Airstream 2023 Caravel trailer, 16-footer, which is over at storage, and I'm just heading over there now to go pick that up. So a couple things about storing it I wanted to relay in this video. I store it, and it's indoor storage. Okay, and I like that because it's out of the elements in the winter. I don't need to worry about it. You got a choice, indoor or outdoor storage with the trailer. Indoor obviously is a little bit more expensive. I'm paying about $140 a month to do that versus maybe $50 a month if you were to store it outside. So I've been doing this the last couple of years. First year I had it when we stored it the winter of 2023. It was no problem. I didn't do anything with the battery, just shut it off and left it in the storage. And then the second winter, which was last year, or the year before this winter, I took it out of storage and the battery was dead. I did a video about that and how to manually jack the trailer because when the battery's dead, that electric jack doesn't work anymore. Which I realized, hey, I got to do something about the battery and battery maintenance. So I asked my dealer that said, hey, just disconnect the battery terminals and leave it there. I mean, so obviously it's shut off, but actually disconnect the battery terminals so there's not even any little bit of drain coming out of it at all. And that should be fine. They're lithium batteries. There's 2 of them. So I did that in October last year when I put it away for storage, and we are going to go back and see if that worked. I'm going to go back, pick up the trailer, and we'll reconnect the battery cable. I'll show you how I do that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that battery is going to work. I mean, a little bit about the storage. You know, when it's indoor storage, it's protected from the elements. It's not heated storage. And it's dark in there unless somebody's in there turning on the lights, which means that it's not getting any power to recharge the batteries from the solar because there's no light in there. Also, I don't have the ability to plug it in. I mean, if I could plug it into a trickle charger or something like that, that would be ideal, but it's in, you know, a big storage barn with a bunch of other trailers, so I don't have the ability to get power to it. So it basically has no power the whole winter, and that's why you gotta, you know, wonder what's happening to the battery there. If it was to sit outside, you would at a minimum get some charging off of the solar panel at the top and kind of keep charging the battery as you went through the winter, unless it gets snowed on top of, and of course that would cover up that part of it, so that wouldn't work. But I think the advantage of keeping it inside versus outside is worth it, just because you don't get the extreme weather, the freeze and thaw, you know, tree branches potentially falling on it, sitting outside, animals, you know, getting into it, that sort of thing. So I do like to keep it inside, but I don't have any way of getting power to it. So that's why the battery is always a question every time I've done this. All right, so here it is in storage, ready to come out. You can see the barn is nice and neat and organized and clean, but it is dark in here most of the time. So I'm gonna get it pulled out here and see how it goes with the power. So the batteries are at the front of the trailer in this little box right here. There's a little lock that you can undo to get in there. I'll show you a before and after here. Before I disconnected it, it looked like this. These batteries are wired together with this little cable on the side here between the negatives. And then the after, I removed this cable, unscrewed it from the one battery and then also from the other side, and then undid the negative terminal on the second battery there. That means there's no power being drawn on either one of these batteries. A little bit tricky to work in here because this door is kind of constantly falling down, so it's a little bit of a narrow area because this front box here that it contains the propane cylinders is in the way here. It's always kind of falling on your hand whenever you're trying to work in here, so that's something to know. Okay, so now we got a good tight connection there. So we're all set up. It's very simple. You just have to see that your electric jack goes up and down. You have power to your jack. Ah, that's a beautiful sound. So that's all you need to do to preserve that battery if it's not going to be charged by solar or by plugging in through the winter like what I did. For 6 months, it's just sitting there in the dark. Unconnect the battery, disconnect it, leave it like that when you put it away in the fall, and then reconnect it in the spring, just like I've done, and you're going to have battery power. All you really need is just enough to get this electric jack to work for you and get it hooked up to your tow vehicle, because it's a real pain when this doesn't work and you have to jack this manually. So try to preserve your battery for that reason. Make it easy on the spring to get it hooked back up again. And then also it's better for your batteries to not have them drain all the way down and charge all the way back up. Leave something in there, and that works for me. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If it helped you, do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment in there, share it out. That helps build the channel up and share the information around. Check out my channel, it's Up North Guy on YouTube. I got more videos about the Little Bug Airstream here, how-tos, product reviews, life and living up here in beautiful northern Michigan. Appreciate everybody who subscribes. It's easy to do. Just click the subscribe button. You'll stay up to date on all the Up North Guy stuff. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.